Education with exposing the contents of examination papers in the ongoing Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations. Education Cabinet Secretary Prof George Magoha says the cases which involve exam officials have been recorded in 6 areas in the counties of Kisumu, Garissa, Homa Bay, Mandera and Kisii. Professor Magoha, who warned of stern action against the culprits, has however assured stakeholders that the credibility of the exams has not been compromised.
Cases of attempts by examination officials, among them invigilators, exam center managers and supervisors, to access the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations with a view of exposing the papers to candidates, continue to be recorded in some parts of the country. While monitoring the progress of the ongoing exams at Kenya High School, Nairobi, Education Cabinet Secretary Prof George Magoha expressed disappointment that some officials are determined to mislead learners.
We are talking about over 20 people, but the number will continue because when we find that last week they arrested one of the masterminds in Suba, it means there is another one somewhere. But we are going to be very closely watching.
According to the Cabinet Secretary, the contents of the exam papers are exposed after 6 a.m. once they are released to schools.
One of who this morning gave me a heads up that has led to us trailing, and you will hear that we have arrested the culprit where agriculture paper, is it paper 1 or paper 2? Paper 1.
Paper 1
was exposed at about, was it 8:30? At 8:36 in the morning.
However, Professor Magoha was categorical that the credibility of the exam is intact, as the exposed questions were never accessed by the candidates.
I want to reassure the nation that the exam has not leaked, because leakage means that the exam becomes public much longer than before it is ready to be done. You can see that the few culprits, most of who have now been arrested, are going to pay for the consequences.
The first batch of candidates completed their exams on 12th April, and the rest are expected to conclude by 21st of this month. Professor Magoha says transport logistics for candidates are in place amid movement restrictions in 5 counties. A total of 752,891 candidates are sitting the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination. Kamchemenza for Channel 1 News.